My boyfriend gave me a promise ring but doesn't want to get married. My boyfriend, 28M, gave me, 29F, a promise ring about 5 months ago. For some background, we've been together almost 2 years and have been living together for the past year and a half. Recently, he was telling me it's getting about that time to start thinking about having kids, and I agreed, and I told him I wanted to be married or even engaged before we start having kids. That's always been the goal. Randomly we were talking and he said he's been looking into it and doesn't think he wants to get married because there are no real benefits. It's just a piece of paper. He also added that we have disagreements and danced around saying it's mainly my fault we argue. He said he's not perfect either, but went on about my faults. He said it's because we often have disagreements or hard weeks, and with the divorce rate being so high, he thinks it will happen to us and he will lose half of his stuff, snap. He asked if marriage was a deal breaker, so I told him yes. I'm not going to have your kids and wreck my body, cook you dinner and do all the things a wife would do, just to be your girlfriend for the rest of my life. I deserve that type of commitment. I know he knows full well I want to get married, and up until recently he did too. We've talked about getting married and he has never said he doesn't want to until a few days ago. I mean, he got me a promise ring and I caught him looking at engagement rings months ago. I'm just blindsided. He came back an hour or so later after that conversation and said he isn't saying he never wants to get married or that he doesn't want to marry me, he just doesn't want to get divorced and just not ready yet. I said no one gets married to get divorced. I've just been thinking about this, because if we don't have the same goal, I'm just wasting my time. I love him and he tells me he loves me multiple times each day. We want to make big life moves together. We're trying to buy a house right now, but I don't want to continue based off of I'm not saying never and hope that he will change his mind and be gung-ho. My biological clock is still ticking and I do want to have kids and be married. I don't want to wait so long and make it harder on myself to have them or not be able to at all. I'm confused why give me a promise ring only to change his mind about it, then change it again. I'm hurt and honestly more sad than I can put into words that it's my fault he feels this way. As of right now, we're just continuing as normal, but I can't stop thinking about this. Should I stick this out and talk to him and see what happens? Or realize I have my answer and move on? I honestly need advice and needed to talk about it.